So anyway, let's play some Cavern Kings, which is bullshit in its own ways. Hey, we unlocked Yoji. Yes! Okay, we're going to be Yoji. We're going to be King Yoji, of course. We're going to have... Let's go with the nail gun this time around, and the katana. Beautiful. Alright. I don't have all the trophies anymore. It's weird, but I do have the giant freaky golden eyeball that stares me in the... stares into my soul. That never changes. You always gotta have that one. Alright, let's see if I can get rid of that sword. There we go. Holy shit, the knockback system in this game is nuts. Nail gun just, like, ruins these guys. Feels good. Which is great, because I need the health, too. Alright, it'd be great if I could somehow... There we go. Take out the giant spiky wheel of death, so I have some more time in here. Without being in great personal danger. Yeah! Alright! I like Yoji. Yoji... I mean, Yoji's got quite possibly the least interesting ability out of all of the characters, but I want to say I like him the most just because he's consistent. All the other characters are really all over the place to the point where it's just like, ugh! Pain! This one? This character always just feels right. Maybe it's because he actually has the, has a really nice melee weapon, and I do feel like melee weapons are way more crucial than you actually I give them credit for. Most people? I don't know. I actually have never talked to any other person that has played this game, from what I can tell. I went back and checked the results of that poll I was talking about a couple weeks ago, I guess a couple of videos ago, last week? I don't know. And the results were in. 25% of people had played the game. 50% of the people have never played the game and don't plan on it. 25% of the people watch the game, don't own it, plan on getting it at some point, and like would like to play it, but whatever. It's not, maybe when it's done. I don't know. I'll probably ask like more specifics later. I definitely want to ask that with Cavern Kings, come to think of it, but not immediately. Okay, sound effects are a little loud. All right, let's crank that shit down. I can't. Goody. Okay, that should be better, probably. Unfortunately, after my reformat, I have no idea, like, what my sound balance systems are anymore. So it's been a work in progress across multiple games. This, Neurovoider, Cryptarch, stuff like that, I don't even know. Well, whatever. But, I don't know, I find it interesting that, that so many people actually have never played this game, yet watch me play it. I'm okay with that, though. Like, obviously, that's not a problem. I'm not going to be like, you can only watch me if you played the game. Though it does get really frustrating in very small circumstances where I'm playing, like, a game that other people haven't played, but people give me, like, some really, really strongly worded advice of, like, you need to do this, and then it turns out that the advice was, like, cripplingly wrong, and it's just like, welp, I just wasted a lot of time on, misinformation and, I guess the assumption that somebody knew what they were doing. Because I find myself kind of succumbing to this. I'm used to having slight amounts of backseat gaming, just because, I mean, you have to in this. Game isn't on, kick-ass torrents. I guess. I don't know. I haven't torrented a game in a long time. I will occasionally torrent, like, a program if I really need to test something out. Oh, yeah, that's actually, I might as well talk about that as we go along, but I don't even remember what I was going to say. Fine, let's just jump straight into that topic. So, in chat, somebody has mentioned that, this game isn't on kick-ass torrents, and therefore, they won't play it. And, I mean, to be fair, my basic opinion is, like, if it's an indie game, it's just pay for it, but obviously I'm not going to, like, sit down and be like, you have to, and judge people for it, because, gonna be totally honest, when I was in high school, I pirated the shit out of everything. I mean, I had no money. What else was I going to do? Not play games? I guess, but I don't know. I feel like at this point I've pumped enough money into the games industry to make up for, I'm not even gonna say past transgressions. Just, leeching when I was younger. It seems fair, right? If you don't have an income, then paying for a game is kind of unfair. Games are expensive. Like, freaking $90 for Fallout 4? Not to mention, if you're, like, not in the US, it's more than that. throwing in inflation and currency values and whatnot. I mean, I feel bad for you poor Australians. Though you guys do actually have a higher minimum wage than, say, my country does. So I guess it's kind of a trade-off. I don't even know. Do I have enough money? Yes, I do have enough money. Good. But, like, it is really expensive playing and buying games. So, like, the older I get, the less interested... the less interest I have in, you know, playing games that, obviously, I'm not going to be playing, but, or, you know, devote my time to. But piracy, I've lost interest in it. To the point where I've actually kind of forgotten piracy is a thing. And every once in a while somebody mentions it, and... I don't know. I swear I've ranted about this one before. But it's kind of an interesting argument that I feel like piracy has almost kind of dropped off the radar, weirdly enough. Like, it used to be such an industry concern, you know, piracy and DRM and stuff like that, and it still happens occasionally. People are still pissed about online only to avoid piracy, but, like, apart from that, most people have either accepted online only as just, like, a new feature and stuff like that. Yeah, $14 per hour is Australia's minimum wage. It's pretty good. My first job was $7 an hour, and it sucked. But I only worked there part-time, and, well, didn't spend that much time working in that place. Though, I mean, Shell works at a minimum wage job currently, and she does not make much. And, I mean, realistically, my first, like, actual professional job made less money than Australian minimum wage, which is really quite sad, actually. I mean, professional animator for a satellite sub-company under Nickelodeon. You'd think that'd pay well. Nope. Not at all. Then again, artists don't get paid well at all, which is kind of a complaint in and of its own along the way, but whatever. Alright, let's see. I'd like some health here, but unfortunately we're not getting a whole lot of enemies that actually would drop health. These little eyeball guys almost never have any HP pickups, which sucks. Oh, you know what? I just realized one of the reasons why I like Yoji so much. Yoji's sword has a much longer reach than, like, any of the other characters, or not any of the other characters, any of the other melee weapons in the game, except for maybe the Power Fist. But even then, the Power Fist does not exactly count. I guess the shovel might actually have a similar reach. I'd have to check that sort of thing. Do I do all of the artwork on my channel? Yup, except for if it's like official game artwork. Then I just shamelessly use it because I'm lazy. But yeah, all Wanderbot channel artwork is done by me. I see no reason to commission anybody else if I myself am, I guess, not really a professional illustrator anymore, but still. Every once in a while somebody asks me for like freelance work, if I want to do like freelance or a commission. I'm like, I would love to. I have no time. All of my time goes into making this channel better, or at least trying to grow it. At some point when I have, like, room to breathe, the answer will probably be yes, but right now it's just like, I don't even know. But, nope, I'm actually one of the only artists that I know that even does YouTube. I know there are a couple of, women, that have some amount of artistic talent that have done their own stuff, but, like, most YouTubers have, like, zero artistic skills. I guess, Ego Raptor is a good example of, a YouTuber that does all of his own artwork, but I mean that should come as no surprise. Game Grumps is fantastically designed to the point where I'm jealous. I really want to actually use some of their like visual motifs in some of my work. Like they have this like really nice fading dot pattern on the periphery. Looks real nice. Unfortunately, like I'd like to make something similar for mine, because like what else do you put on the letterbox for like a old game or a game that only works in 4x3 resolution? I have no idea. And so like that kind of pattern would look really nice. Unfortunately, no dice. I've unlocked the drill cannon. Hell yeah. Ow. That hurts a lot. I don't like fighting this boss that much. Not when I'm weak. Not when I don't have jumps. I feel like he's sped up a lot since the old days. At least I do a ton of damage. Oh, he speeds up. Oh, wow. That's cool. I guess I haven't fought him since the new patch, but, he speeds up the more damage he takes. Oh, that is such a brilliant way to make that boss, like, much more interesting. Also, apparently he damages the surrounding landscape. Cool. I dig it. Alright. So it means I've never spoke with Baharu. No. Gaunt, I meant to, but I am... Oh, God. Have I really talked about this? I don't think I really have. I guess I mentioned it a little bit that I suffer from seasonal depression. I think I mentioned that on a previous episode. But, I've been having a really bad November, in terms of, like, channel productivity. So, I mean, for starters, my health is kind of iffy during the fall just because allergies make things, like, really hellish. Combo that with, every single editing program and recording program more or less shitting themselves at once. I don't know if people, remember, but there's, like, a period of about 3 weeks on my channel where, like, every single video had desynced audio. And, like, I was apologizing for it left and right, but it kept happening, and I couldn't figure out why. I kept, like, manually syncing. And apparently the problem is, like, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was an update or something, but all of my footage from both my Elgato and OBS, started going out of sync from the video. So, anytime I recorded a video, the audio and the video would be effectively at different speeds, and would progressively desynchronize to the point where, like, you couldn't hear anything anymore. Well, not anything anymore, but, like, everything was just wrong. It sucked so hard. So I was spending hours and hours, like, extra hours, just editing my videos to try and get them to, like, watchable quality. Up to the point where it pretty much killed, like, any motivation I had to do any editing for Disgaea. Because every single episode, and that's a long game, had to be manually synced, painstakingly, to make sure, you know, none of the commentary, none of the dialogue, none of the anything got screwed up. So that was an extreme, like, time investment that obviously didn't really have. Combo that with, you know, everybody's going to school. I mean, looking at Twitch right now, I've definitely got much lower viewership than I'm used to. I mean, if you compare me to about March or something like that, my viewership hasn't gone up at all. Even though realistically I was doing quite well come, okay, good. I can bring this chest with me if I want, and I very much do. How'd that... Oh, it was time-based. Because I want to buy all of these. Huh. I don't know how that got... Oh, something must have died via poison in there. There we go. Ever looked into getting artificial sunlight to help with seasonal affective disorder? So here's the problem. I'm nocturnal. It's very hard to deal with seasonal affective disorder when you're when you see the sun for a grand total of maybe 2 hours a day. So as a result, I've been trying to, like, wake up earlier, but it's hard because, I mean, I don't know if it's, like, natural or what, but just me and daylight do not mix. I feel sick and unmotivated and tired and sneezy, and it's just rough. I don't know. Anyway, fuck these guys. I hate them. This area, this level's gonna suck. I don't even know. Yeah. See you, Jork. Have fun at school. But so, combo all of, like, my video editing programs with the, I mean, more or less apparent, decline of my channel. And it took me a while to kind of come to grips with the fact that everybody just has lives. I mean, you guys got school. You're not going to be around, daily to watch my streams no matter what. Even though it'd be great. Hey, unlocked titanium ooze. I have no idea how or why. But we got it. That's good, because titanium ooze is... Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. You get the artificial sunlight device... Damn it, why am I stupid? Yeah, you're right, that's exactly why you want to get one. I actually had one in college. And part of the reason why I'm kind of dismissive is it didn't really help much. We both went with, like, the natural lighting thing. And a black light, actually, which is, I mean, pretty much pure UV. Ultraviolet. I mean, that's generally what you're missing from what I remember. I don't know. I might look into it again. Mostly, I just want to move. And so part of the reason why I'm not willing to, like, buy a whole lot of stuff is because I'm planning on moving to Texas, probably within the next 8 months. And I want to have as, like, few belongings as possible. So, like, currently I need to buy a new monitor. But I'm not going to do that until I'm out of here. I shouldn't have bought a PS4, but I really wanted to play Bloodborne and Destiny, so it's like, well, I don't know. Let's see. But, so I want to have, like, next to no personal belongings, because I don't have a whole lot of money. YouTube does not exactly pay well. So I can really only afford to buy anything once. And if I can't fit it into a tiny little, it's not a Nissan Versa, but it's about the same size. Shoot, I can't remember. It's the size of a Nissan Versa, a little bit smaller, actually. It's, shit, I don't actually remember what the car is called. But I've got to fit, effectively, two people's belongings into a tiny-ass little car, to live off of for, presumably, the next couple of years. So stuff like, you know, light bulbs, for example, probably aren't going to make the cut. And, see, there's a lot of similar things that, oh, well, I guess I'm leaving now. That's a shame. Let's see. Texas sucks. Air conditioners are life. Yeah, but also Google Fiber is amazing. So the reason why I want to go to Texas isn't because I necessarily want to go to Texas. I have little to no interest in the state itself. I just have interest in the perks of the current state of being in the state. It's got a pretty cheap standard of living comparatively. And, yeah, I'm probably going to spend, like, an arm and a leg. Or, you know, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. I'm not going to spend an arm and a leg. Paying for electricity and air conditioning and whatnot. But the ability to have Google Fiber combo with fairly cheap rent is very attractive to a, you know, budding young YouTuber that, you know, is only just getting into the industry and actually managing to support himself. And so as much as I'd, like, prefer to stay in a much more, like, sensible climate for, like, my body type and stuff, I would much rather actually, you know, live somewhere affordable than continue to... I mean, I live in my parents' basement. I'm going to be totally honest about that. I've got a fairly positive relationship with them, and my mother's ex-businesswoman, so she sees my, like, entire career track as a fascinating experience, and, like, won't stop talking to me about analytics and, like, advertising, stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know more about YouTubing than I do, I guess, maybe. Or the business side of YouTubing, anyway. So, I don't know. I just want to move out. I want to go. I want to live on my own. I want to have my own schedule. I won't have to cook. Yeah, because currently I live in Boston. It's a nice place, but, like, I would rather... I would rather be out of here. Personally, I'd rather end up in some place, like... I actually have no idea where I want to end up. Probably California. You won't like Texas because clearly I have a mind. Well, that's the thing about Texas for me. I'm probably not going to go outside much, which is kind of the benefit. I will go outside for grocery shopping and exercise, but chances are I'm going to exercise at a gym with air conditioning. And I probably will never talk to anybody because I'm just going to be on the internet all day, every day. I guess I do have a couple of friends up in Texas. I've got, actually, one of my old roommates lives there. He's a sysadmin for something in Austin, actually. So I'd probably, like, look him up and hang out and stuff like that. But the other thing is, Bad Stainless, who I do Catterday with, lives up in Dallas. He actually owns a, tattoo parlor, which is kind of neat. But so I'm planning on, moving down to Texas, and then showing up at his tattoo parlor just to creep for a little while. Just to see, I mean, he'll totally recognize me. I mean, you listen to a dude's voice enough, and you'll get used to it. But if I don't say anything, it'll be creepy, and that will be funny. I don't know. This hurts. This boss is kind of mean, and I don't have a whole lot of inset healing. These little saw blades he drops are rough. We'll be okay, though. Ow! Die already! Jeez! I don't know, I don't have enough jumps to deal with you. Okay. I see. Hide in the freaking little holes. He might kill me. Got him. Alright, that is close. Oh, hey, we just unlocked the drill. Wait, no we didn't. There's different drill bits. Damn. I was really hoping there'd be, hey, I've unlocked the kick beam cannon. Yes! Okay, that is... We've actually got another gun now. Oh, no, I unlocked the shooter drill too, come to think of it. So we actually have multiple guns to mess around with along the way. Yeah, I don't know. Texas is not my ideal place to live. Personally, I'd prefer a place that's like just 70 degrees year-round, but obviously that's pretty much California, and gonna be totally honest, California is very expensive for a budding young YouTuber, and the internet there is comparatively kind of crap. So there we go. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's complicated. Whenever anybody ever asks me, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start this creative endeavor, YouTube or something else. Unlike the Phoenix Pinion, handy. Oh, good night, Starry. I didn't even know you were around. Whenever anybody is talking about stuff, I have a number of friends that always want to start webcomics, and I'm like, dude, don't rely on these things. Don't rely on YouTube to like get you places in life. Don't rely on that webcomic. Don't rely on any of these things. Because I've been doing YouTube for 2 years, 3 months now? 2 years, 2 months now. And, like, I'm barely minimum wage. And it's rough. It's fun, though. The highs are awesome. The lows really suck. So I mentioned that, you know, views and stuff are down for school and stuff. So, to put things into perspective, back in August when Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop, was driving my channel into the sky, I was getting, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of views per video, comboed with, you know, 1,000 subscribers. I got 1,000 subscribers in a week a while back, which is awesome. And we get another Giga Drill bit. I need that. It was awesome, and it meant that, you know, my channel was growing at an extremely accelerated pace, which is, I mean, it's a really positive experience growing that fast as far as, like, YouTube and stuff goes. Because, well, wow, we got a ton of rockets. Hell yeah! Especially if I can get something that makes me attack faster with my melee weapons, which I believe exists. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Either way, we're just going to be shooting missiles at things all day, every day here. If I can afford another one, that'd be great. Let's see. But ow. But so now that school is like officially started and we've kind of hit the dry spell as far as like indie games. Holy shit, this thing is filled with nails and we're dead. Damn it. I should have just escaped. I knew I couldn't survive that one. I knew it. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Well, anyway, to finish my rant, like, I was getting 450,000 views a month, and now I'm down to like 280. It hurts. The speed up is Jin's horn. Yeah, and we got one, that's why. Good run, though. And we definitely unlocked a lot of stuff, which is really nice. But still. But, yeah, right now it's like a low period channel-wise, and it's just like, hence why all these games are coming back. Because, I mean, they always do well, and everybody wanted them to come back, including me, but I was just so swamped with other games. So, now that we've got a nice free period, I'm going to do whatever I want. Which is roguelikes. Should probably bring back, like, Unholy Heights and finish that. Because I've been meaning to do that. That game's fun. I just got lazy. And busy. Because, like, Painter's Guild came out, and Shopkeep, and all these other things. I'm, like, scraping patterns in my mouse pad. Actually, it looks pretty terrible. Because I can't draw straight lines for shit. I'm just going to fill this in. Things you do when you're playing D&D. D&D is fun. I should rant about D&D and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, what time are we looking at? 2:30.